So one of the most frustrating things about homesteading is the unpredictability. How, try as you might, things don't always pan out. And the thing that's not seeming to pan out right now are my bees. So I'm only sharing this because I want this to be a learning experience. Oh, hi bee. Oh my gosh, there's a bee on my head. Did you see that? Because I am still learning, and one thing that you'll learn about homesteading is you can follow all the instructions and do everything right, but it still isn't up to you. So I came to check on my bees. I really try not to bother them, disturb their hive, nothing. Today is Monday, so I think it's been about 4 days or so since I've seen my bees, and I was coming to go refeed their feeder, and as I approached my bee box, I'm realizing like, okay, it's kind of quiet. I don't see bees buzzing in and out. This is really weird. And so I opened off the top, and I see a couple of dead bees and like no activity, and their feeder is still full. I'm like, great. Great. And so I'm about to open up the rest of the box and just kind of see what's going on the inside. I started looking up like what could be going on. Maybe my colony left. The weather here in Texas this week has been sunny and rainy off and on, but we haven't had any drastic extremes. And they've had plenty of food source, and then also no pesticides, no chemicals been disturbed. Some of the other things that I was starting to read was like, if fire ants got to them, there's no fire ants and there's no signs of any other insects that could have been predators. And the other thing was that if there was poor ventilation. But I've had my bee frame ventilated the same since I bought the bees home a couple weeks ago. So I would be really surprised if it's that. So we're gonna open it. We're gonna see what's going on in here. So this is what I saw. I see some dead bees, some bees moving around really slowly. See their feeder still has food in it. This is their entrance, and usually there's bees going in and out, or right there. I don't see anything today. So I'm like, don't want to do this, but we're gonna see what's going on in here. I'm so sad, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, okay, this is kind of better news than I was expecting. Because they're not dead. But they're not here. They left. They abandoned it. So you can see. So that's actually like the better news that I could hope for. There's like a couple dead bees in there, barely. And where they were starting to build comb. So they just abandoned it. And honestly, I can deal with that they're not dead. They just found a better home elsewhere. Okay, so pop off, bees. That's cool, boo-boos. I love you guys for it. So this is, now that they're gone, this is what they're starting to build, which is awesome. So they just left. Woo! Okay, I can take that they just left. They just up and left their mom. Not that they all died, because if I were to open up that bee box and my bees were dead, I was low-key gonna cry. I was gonna cry. But they're not dead. They just left. I don't know where they went, but so cool. We learned something about bees. I'm gonna learn about why they leave, where they could have gone. But my gosh, if I had opened that box and there were like 1,000 dead bees in there, I was literally gonna cry. Real crocodile tears. I don't like when our animals pass away. So this has been weird. I'm sure I'll try again, but I might not be able to because it's probably too late in the season. I'm gonna try, see if I can catch another swarm before it gets too hot, and try again. So if this has ever happened to you, or you know why my bees would have left their bee box, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear and learn something new. So I hope you learned something new. And praise God, the bees are not dead. The bees are alive, thriving somewhere else in the piney woods. I'll take that.